Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and episode number 22 of this WWE 2K17 Did You Know series, in which today we'll be taking a look at 5 more things you might not know about WWE 2K17. Did you know Shane McMahon's Coast to Coast Finisher changes depending on the situation? This one comes from XPlayer123X, who reveals Shane McMahon's Coast to Coast Dropkick, in which he places his opponent in the seated turnbuckle position and then climbs the opposite turnbuckle to deliver a dropkick, actually changes depending on what's going on in the ring. Now, this is the standard version of the move where he climbs the turnbuckle to the right of his opponent. However, should you place an item in that turnbuckle, such as a table, a ladder or a chair, then Shane will actually realise the turnbuckle's in use and perform the move from the opposite side.
Get out of the way! He's gonna fly!
Additionally, should you have weapons placed in both of the turnbuckles either side of your opponent, then Shane will actually perform an alternate dropkick from the same turnbuckle.
Man, there's no getting up from that. This is insane. Does this building have a curfew? I feel like we might be here all night. What a beating.
Previous in the series, we featured the fact that American Alpha's Jason Jordan can be found wearing a pair of Darren Young's trunks underneath his singlet, but did you know there are also other stars that have hidden clothing underneath their ring attire? This one comes from Novi McLean, who reveals Dolph Ziggler can be found wearing a pair of his old Lux That Kill trunks when removing his tights, with other superstars such as Billy Gunn also hiding a smaller pair of trunks underneath their original attire. Did you know there are multiple tag team animations that take place during the chain grappling system when pushing an opponent back into a corner? This one comes from Nintendo Power, who reveals that the multiple animations that take place when pushing your opponent back into the corner during the chain wrestling minigame that include having the referee get between both players to perform a clean break. Should you not wish to have such a clean break, however, then pressing the strike button when prompted will see the first player to press the button take a cheap shot at their opponent. Additionally, these moves can also be performed from the rope position, therefore if you push your opponent back to the ropes, then you'll also have additional animations that show the referee break up the hold, as well as animations for both players taking cheap shots. Did you know Seth Rollins is announced as Mr. Money in the Bank when he's selected as a manager? This one comes from Cesaro-Fan03, who reveals a Seth Rollins Easter egg in which the former Money in the Bank holder is announced as Mr. Money in the Bank by Lillian Garcia when selected as a manager.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins.
Did you know it's possible to get weapons inside the Elimination Chamber? This one comes from Xbox Gun & Gaming, who reveals it's possible to get the steel steps inside of the Elimination Chamber. To do this, you want to use someone with a springboard finisher that uses a wake-up taunt, such as AJ Styles and his phenomenal forearm, then knock your opponent to the mat and exit the ring on the steel to perform your finisher by holding the analog stick towards the ring and pressing the finisher button. Doing this, it'll see you perform your wake-up taunt on the apron, but before the animation completes, press L1 on PlayStation or LB on Xbox to cancel the wake-up taunt, which should then see you remain on the apron holding the ropes. At this point, what you want to do is press L1 or LB again, and you'll drop down off the apron onto the steel in a kneeling position, and that will allow you to then walk over the steps and pick them up, which will then see you pop back upright with the steps inside of the chamber. From here, you can then repeat the steps to get the second pair of steel steps, which can also be stacked by pushing them over the ropes in the ring on top of the first pair, leading to some pretty epic moments.
Another knockout blow. That could be it.
Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of today's video, but if you've got any lesser known features, secrets, hints or easter eggs that you'd like me to cover, let me know about it in the comments and I'll give you a shout out in the next episode. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments on all of today's features, as well as how many you knew, and if you enjoyed the video, I'd love it if you could drop it a like to show your support, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and smack that bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever a new episode is released. As always though, until next time, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.